Today on Studio G, expired drugs, how an expiration date could actually go a long way.
And we go back in time to a place not so far away from the city of Las Vegas.
And how a nonprofit organization is making a difference to fight an ongoing problem. Right now at Studio G.
Welcome to this edition of Studio G. I'm Alvin Loy.
And I'm Victoria Janae. A stomach bug is ongoing around the valley, identified as the norovirus. According to the Southern Nevada Health District, officials that we've seen an increase of cases of gastrointestinal illness in the past few weeks.
The norovirus brings symptoms including vomiting, diarrhea, and cramps. It's contagious and can't be treated with antibiotics.
Officials are advising people who are undergoing these symptoms to stay home from work or school until at least 3 days after their illness has ended.
Legendary UNLV basketball coach Jerry Tarkanian was admitted to hospital late last night. The 83-year-old has suffered a stroke and several heart attacks over the past several years. It was last reported that he is still undergoing testing.
It's not smart to ingest expired foods, but what about expired drugs? Expiration dates are put on over-the-counter drugs that we have in our cabinets to warn us when to stop taking them, but don't throw away those pills just yet. Using expired drugs to aid minor health issues, such as headaches or sinus issues, is usually okay, but not for those who have serious health problems. Many tablets and capsules have a shelf life well beyond the date on the bottle, experts say, but that doesn't mean that they're not effective.
The reality is, because these expiration dates are so conservative, probably even 5 to 10 years from the time of the expiration date, a person can still try using their product. Even with medications that are long expired, the amount of effectiveness is usually over 90%.
But all medicine isn't meant to be taken after their expiration date, often because they treat chronic conditions such as heart disease or diabetes, where 100% potency is crucial.
Nitroglycerin, which quickly loses its effectiveness after you open the bottle, insulin, vaccines, suspension-type antibiotics that you have to refrigerate, eye drops that are kept in a preservative bottle.
To help preserve these drugs so that you can use them after their expiration date, store them in a cool, dry place away from the heat and keep them in their original containers.
The National Association of Broadcasters is in town making a few last-minute appearances on their final day here. I got the opportunity to visit the event to provide an insight to communication, education, and entertainment.
Hearing people walk by, stop, and they think they understand what it is, and then we say, no, it's automatically doing that. No one is remote controlling it, it's automatically, and then that's it, it blows their mind.
Chris Boyle, CEO of SoloShot, is describing the reaction to his product at the National Association of Broadcast Fair. The NAB Fair is an opportunity for different companies to showcase their products to journalists from all over the world.
We came here not knowing what to expect, but I didn't expect that you would get so much advice from people, that people would be so stoked about what it is that you've done, that they're like freely offering you advice and asking you to kind of reach out to them, and these are large corporations.
One company at the NAB Fair describes how they attempt to get the attendees' reaction.
Well, what we're doing also at NAB is showcasing these products, but not just putting them on a table. Well, we're letting our team fly it, because when you see these systems on a table and compare it when you see it flying, there's a huge difference. We think that our systems work very well with broadcasters and directors and producers. We find that NAB is probably the best place to actually showcase it.
The participants are very professional. The booth members, the other booths are very professional and very welcoming.
The NAB Fair helps create connection for attendees and businesses. For Studio G, I'm Alvin Loy. The NAB Fair takes place around the month of April and will be back next year. After the break, we will have our national news.
Stay tuned, Studio G will be right back.
I'm Christian FGY.
Kaylin Height.
And I'm Jay Luna.
And we're Ill Vibe Theory.
It's an underground hip-hop show here at UNLV where we focus on making the hip-hop culture in the Las Vegas Valley more prevalent and just making people more aware of up-and-coming underground hip-hop artists.
Basically, we play what we like. It's really as simple as that. Most of the stuff we like are our hits, so both.
On KUNV HD2, Las Vegas.
About 15 minutes after the doors opened yesterday at Franklin Regional High School in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, a student armed with 2 knives went on a stabbing spree. I'm Kelby Weiler, and here is your national news. Injured yesterday after 16-year-old sophomore Alex Reibel brought 2 8 to 10-inch knives to school. Authorities say 21 students and an adult security guard were wounded and at least 4 students were left in critical condition. Assistant Principal Sam King is the one credited with successfully tackling the armed suspect to the floor. Reibel was charged last night as an adult with 4 counts of attempted homicide and 21 counts of aggravated assault. This is a developing story still under investigation, and we will update you as more information gets released. The White House made an announcement Tuesday that said later this month, President Obama is scheduled to visit the site of the deadly Washington landslide in Oso. On April 2nd, the president declared the area a major disaster, and the medical examiner's office said 35 people are now confirmed dead and 11 people remain on the sheriff's list of missing. President Obama will meet the families as well as the first responders and recovery workers that were affected by this tragedy. Washington State Governor Jay Inslee issued a statement about Obama's visit, saying it will give the president the opportunity to see firsthand the devastation wrought by the slide. President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama paid tribute to the lost lives of the deadly shooting rampage last Wednesday at Fort Hood, Texas. Army Specialist Ivan Lopez killed 3 soldiers, wounded 16 others, and then took his own life. According to the military, the shooting followed a verbal altercation over a request for leave by the gunman, who is from Puerto Rico. Officials familiar with the investigation told CNN that Lopez claimed he was being taunted and picked on by soldiers in his unit. That's all the news that I have for you, and I'll be sending it to Donald Woods for our science and technology. Donald?
Hello, I'm Donald Woods with this Thursday segment of Science and Technology News. Microsoft has officially declared that there will be no more support for their Windows XP operating system. Microsoft confirmed Tuesday that they will no longer be providing security updates for the software. Keep in mind that this operating system is 12 years old, so many experts believe private individuals and companies that are still clinging on to Windows XP could be left vulnerable for cyber attacks. For this reason, Microsoft has advised its consumers to upgrade their operating system. Websites are racing to fix a security flaw known as Heartbleed. Security researchers say potential hackers could exploit the flaw to access personal information stored in computer memory, including email and passwords. 2/3 of web servers use the encryption technology that could be vulnerable to the flaw. The sites are typically indicated by a lock icon in the browser to let you know the information you're sending online is hidden from prying eyes. Some major websites, including Amazon, Yahoo, and Google, say they've already taken steps to secure their sites. Security experts are advising web users to update their passwords once they confirm a site has taken steps to fix the bug. Now look at something really cool happening in outer space. What you're looking at are images of a solar flare captured by NASA's Solar Dynamic Observatory. Solar flares are powerful bursts of radiation. This one was released last Wednesday. According to NASA, harmful radiation from a flare can't physically affect us, but when intense enough, they can disrupt communications, including GPS technology. NASA says this was a mid-level M-class flare. Larger flares fall into the X category. That's all the science and technology news I have for this Thursday. I'm Donald Woods.
Childhood obesity is a growing problem all over the nation, but one organization is going directly to school to create a change. Reporter Katie McLean has the story.
You know, we want to start them at a young level. You know, what you put in your body affects the way that you think, the way that you act, and so many other things.
Create a Change Now is a nonprofit organization that is fighting childhood obesity by the construction of edible desert gardens in Title I schools. This teaches kids how to plant many different vegetables and provide a better knowledge of where their food comes from.
The reason why we picked Title I elementary schools is because a lot of these children will never have the accessibility to learning where their food comes from. A lot of them don't even know what broccoli is or what carrots are, and that's just because they're below poverty level. They get free breakfast and free lunch. They live in a car, they live in a motel, so these are the children that need it the most, and that is why we focus on them.
According to a study from the Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance System, Nevada is ranked 11th in the nation for childhood obesity for children among the ages of 10 to 17. In order to try to put an end to this epidemic, Create a Change Now reaches out not only to schools to fight this issue, but the community for help with their cause.
Create a Change is onto something. I think it's really cool that the kids get involved, and I hope they will learn to be passionate about it and sustain it, you know. Keep it going.
Creating these desert gardens is more than just a hobby, but a lifestyle change that the kids can take home with them and pursue for the rest of their life.
So we're hoping that this truly makes a transition shift in future generations, and that's what we do.
Create a Change strives to plant seeds today for a healthier generation tomorrow. For Studio G, I'm Katie McLean. High five.
The nonprofit organization is planning on improving the lives of children in Nevada to lower the level of childhood obesity in Title I school. Studio G will be right back after this break.
I want this place to be a place that they feel safe, and secure, a place where they get inspired. So many times we kind of get complacent in our everyday life, transforming lives in the community from the inside out. I've been in fitness my whole life, but now tying that in now in my spiritual walk, it's been just amazing. Some people may want to run a marathon. Some may want to just get off their asthma inhaler. Exercising and moving our bodies, I think it's, you know, we say if you don't use it, you lose it.
On Monday afternoon, a tornado hit Belhaven, North Carolina, destroying 2 homes and damaging at least 6 others. A total of 5 people suffered injuries from the storm, leaving 3 in the hospital, including a woman who was 8 months pregnant. A man and his son were driving his pickup truck on the highway when the tornado tore through the town and lifted the truck off the highway, tossing them more than 20 feet in the air into a field.
It picked us straight up, and then they carried us, you know, and we could feel like the truck spinning, you know, as it was carrying us.
The combined impact of the tornado and the tree branch sent Thomas and his son Antoine to the hospital, fortunately leaving the 2 with bruises and minor injuries.
So I would say maybe about 4 or 5 seconds before, it was maybe 3 seconds before the tree branch hit us, because we was completely over the field when the tree branch came. And when the tree branch hit us, that's when it put us on a downfall.
After suffering this terrifying accident, Selby and his son are thankful to be alive and hope that Belhaven can come back from the damage and loss. Natural disasters are a terrible thing that can happen anywhere throughout our country, but how is the weather looking like in Las Vegas, Fabiola?
Well, Las Vegas is standing right now at 83. We're having a very sunny day. It's going really well, and our winds are running 5 miles per hour. So we're really enjoying the weather today. But take a look over here. We're having these clouds pushing in, and also here below, and going towards Seattle, and we're expecting a little bit of rain there, cloud cover. But here our low pressure is hanging right there by Nevada, and we're just enjoying the weather. Here at Tonopah, Bishop, we're standing at 70. We're having some 60s in California. But moving on to our next one, we're going to be standing actually here. Denver is having some rain as well in Colorado, and the rest, they're pushing in towards the east. But take over here, New York is standing at 63, Detroit at 60, so we're having some 60s, 70s, and 80s as well. But for the rest of the week here, we're going to be having an 80 and 80s. We'll be standing at 80s. Within Friday, we're going to be at 85, Saturday at 82, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're also will be on our 80s. So we'll be having a nice sunny week, but we're going to have some cloud cover as well. And hope you are enjoying the week as it moves on. After the break, we'll have Adara DePaulis with a nice interview segment. She'll be having 2 guests, so stay tuned.
Participation in Greek fraternity and sorority life at UNLV can provide an experience like no other, with benefits including supportive friends, leadership and career opportunities, and community service.
Greek life at UNLV is really great because it's a good way to network and meet new people from all over the place.
We got academics and we're all about that culture. So we encompass everything all around, and we're out here and we're trying to better ourselves and try to make it better, and let's just make it all better all together.
We are volunteers of Girl Scouts of Southern Nevada.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Adair DePaulis, and joined with us today are representatives from the Green Alliance, Annette Bubak and Tracy Skenador. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I understand that the Green Alliance is a nonprofit organization. Can you tell us a little bit more about that briefly?
About the Green Alliance?
Yes, the Green Alliance is actually a nonprofit organization, and we are exactly that, an alliance of like-minded organizations. We have about 45 to 50 different organizations throughout the state of Nevada that we partner with, as well as like-minded businesses and individuals in the community. So we like to think of ourselves as a coalition. And our mission is to create a more sustainable Nevada through many different opportunities and platforms and events such as Greenfest that is coming up as well.
Yes, I know that Saturday is going to be the 5th annual Greenfest. For those that don't know about it, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah.
Sure. So Greenfest is a collaborative event that brings people in the community together, different organizations from the community together to celebrate Earth Day. So really it's a festival, a celebration of Earth Day, but also a celebration of resources that are available in the community for residents, families, even businesses can come out and learn more about how to live a sustainable lifestyle. Republic Services is the co-founder and partner in Greenfest with the Green Alliance. We're very proud of that for this year to be our 5th year. We've grown. Greenfest over the past 5 years has almost tripled in size, as well as exhibits and features that we've been able to highlight at the festival. We have different recycling exhibits. Republic Services will be featuring some natural gas trucks, and we have a lot of exciting things to come check out for the locals here in Southern Nevada.
And why do you feel it's so important to bring to UNLV?
Well, the reason that we came to UNLV, one, we believe UNLV is the heartbeat of our community, and we feel that that's the best place for this premier Earth Day event to be held. But then secondly, Festival of Communities invited us to also partner, bringing a sustainable element to their event, and it's been a wonderful partnership. This is our 2nd year, and so now we are able to combine diversity, community, and sustainability, all 2 favorite festivals in one day, one location. It makes it easy on the community to come down to UNLV and enjoy a variety of different festivities and fun.
I know you guys are partnering up with the Festivals of Communities. Can you tell us why you're partnering up with them and who can attend this event?
Well, we're really are partnering with festivals. They approached us and were interested in adding a sustainable element to festivals. Wanted to kind of add more green content to the event. So it just was a natural partnership and marriage, if you will, with Greenfest and festivals to come together. We really bring that green, sustainable element to the festival, and we hope the students and the faculty here will come down and check it out, and also learn how they can live, more sustainable lifestyles through recycling, water conservation, energy efficiency, you name it, anything under the sun.
And one thing I'd like to add to that too is. We find that because Green Alliance represents a sustainable community and the community of Southern Nevada as a whole, it provides us an opportunity to connect the university to our community by bringing residents to UNLV on Earth Day's celebration. They get to not only experience UNLV's campus, but they get to see some of the work that UNLV students are doing. They get to actually connect and hopefully attend UNLV when it's time for college.
Okay, and can you briefly tell us what we can expect out of this event?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have a lot of stuff. We'll have a farmer's market, lots of food. Obviously, on the festival side, they'll have cultural food. We'll have a beer garden. We will have different green exhibits and vendors. We'll be featuring Republic Services natural gas truck, a recycling exhibit, as I mentioned. We'll have live entertainment.
Some of the highlights too is one, it's 100% powered by Bombard renewable energy, so it's a solar powered event. It's a zero waste event. Some of the areas where the exhibitors are focusing are green building and smart energy, sustainable home and garden. So if you like to learn how to garden from a sustainable viewpoint, you can do that. Artists Behind Earth Day is just, what I love is the fact that you're going to have a stage full of entertainment all day long, and we have scavenger hunts, prizes. Oh my gosh, we have all kinds of things happening. We also have the Drive Clean Energy procession that's going to kick off Greenfest.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Stay tuned and we'll be right back after the break.
We're 3 Ps in a pod.
Our third pod is Kat Gonzalez.
We mainly talk about pop culture and whatever movie or TV show that we're interested in right now.
Pretty much everything about media, current events, current everything regarding pop culture and stuff.
I want them to laugh at us because we're so awkward most of the time. I'm Chelsea.
I'm Toby.
And we're 3 Ps in a pod. Come listen to us at therebelhd2.com.
I'm Christian FGY.
Kaylin Hyde.
And I'm Jay Luna.
And we're Ill Vibe Fear.
It's an underground hip-hop show here at UNLV where we focus on making the hip-hop culture in the Las Vegas Valley more prevalent and just making people more aware of up-and-coming underground hip-hop artists.
Basically, we play what we like. It's really as simple as that. Most of the stuff we like are our hits, so both.
On KUNV HD2, Las Vegas.
Holidays such as Christmas and Thanksgiving can put financial stress on a family, and Easter is no exception. Christina Davies has more.
All we see is that beautiful Las Vegas Strip.
But what's hiding behind the strip drives Barbara's passion for eBunny, a charity that donates Easter baskets to the needy children.
These kids won't get an Easter basket on Easter. Their families are struggling to put food on the table.
And that's why eBunny's here, to help relieve the stress of yet another holiday. The charity is trying to raise enough baskets for all the underprivileged children.
It really makes a difference in the lives of the kids.
While this is a great cause, most volunteers are faced with the truth.
It's bittersweet.
There are about 8,000 children in need.
Sense of fulfillment and making a difference in their lives. Just a small difference, a little bit of joy. Along with that, it's difficult for me to see the poverty and to see the circumstances of some of these families and the children, the way they live.
Why do we do this?
Her answer is simple.
It lets them know the community cares. The more the community becomes aware of what we're doing, the more eager they are to participate.
Making an Easter basket is easy and won't put a huge dent in your wallet. But before you donate, make sure that you wrap it up tightly. Or you can buy one, like I did. For Studio G, I'm Christina Davies.
eBunny has been collecting baskets for 23 years. If you'd like to donate an Easter basket, there are various locations around the valley. The official deadline is April 11th. However, it's being extended another few days.
Step back in time to a place where chivalry is alive and well. Reporter Tristan Balaktas has more on what it takes to lead the life of a member of a historical reenactment guild whose passion is for the medieval times.
Elaborate costumes, handcrafted props, man-made weaponry. Being a part of a Renaissance guild isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life.
We have a formal court twice a month, the first and third Wednesday, where everybody dresses up like this in your best. And we have fighting.
Corathia is a historical reenactment group dedicated to family, friends, and all aspects of historical Renaissance life.
We try to speak as much language as we can. Everybody has to learn different pieces of language in order to move up in rank also. And so then we use that. So rather than saying hi, you would say good morrow, which means good day or hi, that type of thing.
Kevin Fairchild and his wife Linda have been a part of the guild for 6 years. And although it can be time consuming, they enjoy every minute of it.
It's just a really, really fun group to be a part of, to be one of the first ones to work our way up in rank and have everybody below us.
To become a member, each person must go through immense training.
We have courts, we have dancing, period dancing. We teach people the proper way to speak, if you want to. And if you want to be a noble, we help you work your way up. There are certain guidelines. There are several pages of paperwork you have to go through for each level of nobility.
Guilds like that of the Kingdom of Korothea take part in numerous Renaissance fairs all over the valley. And across the world, people just like them showcase their passion for the era.
If all you want to do is be a part of a Renaissance guild, or a group, or go to fairs, you can go to fair every single week all across the world. There are fairs literally everywhere.
For Studio G, I'm Tristan Balagtas.
The Kingdom of Korothea meets every Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Sunset Park and is always welcoming new members.
Good afternoon, Las Vegas. I'm Kyle King with your entertainment news. Boy, oh boy, the world that we live in is quite entertaining. It is all right because laughing is actually healthy for our body. However, one thing that is bad for our body is physical abuse. This man just doesn't learn from his mistakes at all. Chris Brown is a role model to many people with his music and fame. One thing that he can't stop doing is beating men and women. He's currently on another abuse trial for hitting a paparazzi man. Where? Across the street from the White House, really. Obama is saying shame on you right now. Obama has plenty of more important things to worry about instead of hearing about beatings across from his home. Chris Brown will hopefully learn from his mistakes. On to more entertainment news. We live in a world where sex sells. One woman made a mistake while being on the front cover of the Rolling Stone magazine. Actress Julia Louise Dreyfus made a mistake, quote unquote. She says it was a drunken stupor. People make mistakes when they are drunk. College students make mistakes while they're drunk as well. The bigger picture of this story is that she is highly against sexism and women being depicted as this in the media. She is known as the First Lady of Comedy and known for her humor. The average citizen would mistake her as a nude model. There is much more to women than meets the eye, folks. A lot of people find it as pleasure and fun, but women are about their professional business. The media just continues to try to trick us. Well, I really believe that, the world has changed and women are more than just their hips and their curves. They're very, very professional in the world that we live in right now.
Yes, they are very professional.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like she said, she made a mistake, and I just can't believe that she actually made this type of mistake.
Well, people make mistakes and they learn from their lesson.
And that's all we have for today. I'm Victoria Janae.
And I'm Alvin Loy. Tune in next week for another edition of Studio G.
Have a great week, Las Vegas.